Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this week's Make a Difference call. As you're aware, every week we gather on a Friday evening and discuss about how we've all been making difference in people's lives through the work that we do. This week, Himal is at the Hampstead store and he is literally on the field. So he will not be able to join this call, but making the difference does not stop. So here we are again to discuss how we are all making differences in people's lives through the work that we do. Our guest for today is Dr. Prachi Patil. I welcome you, ma'am, and thank you so much for accepting the invitation and being here with us. I would want to know from you first, how did you hear about our charity, Go Dharmic, and what do you feel about it?
Hello, good evening, everybody. Actually, the incident is very interesting. I was riding on a bike with Mr. Sahil Jackson. He was my co-rider, co-cyclist during a cycling event. And during our ride, he happened to mention about the Go Dharmic and all the great work that they are doing, they're involved with. And he also offered that whenever a patient seems to be in need of any sort of help, so I should contact them and seek help. So this is how it all started.
I remember you were one of the people who has helped one person with their eye surgery so far. So, how do you feel about the help that was extended to you by Go Dharmic, and how do you feel being associated with us?
It really feels great, and the help was definitely to me more than to me. It has made a huge difference to the patient himself. I was just a mediator or a facilitator, you can say, but the person has been affected directly and very, the impact is very deep because he has found his vision back, which he was not hoping to because of the financial constraints. So I'd be very short about it, about his story. The fellow was 60-year-old around, and he lost his young earning member of his family, the only earning member of his family, to an accident. So suddenly, the responsibility of another four, two kids and his wife and the rest of the family members, on his shoulders. And this is when he lost his vision to cataract. So he had no means of getting his eye operated, and this is when Godharmik stepped in. So definitely, you all can imagine what it must have, how happy he was.
Yes, and really that is very emotional and connecting to people who really look forward to the help, and then it's glad that we are there to help people that way. This is under the Give Vision campaign that we run, and I would like to appeal to everyone who is watching us live right now that please help Go Dharmic continue making differences in people's lives in whatever small ways that you can, so that we can continue the work that we are doing. Thank you, Prachi ma'am.
Well,
We have Dr. Nicholas Sutton also with us. Dr. Sutton, would you like to speak about the event that is upcoming on the next week about the book release?
Yeah, this is a book that me and Hemal have been working on for some time. We've done quite a lot of book projects together over the years, but this one I think I would say is very dear to Hemal's heart. It's the Hanuman Chalisa, which you've done a translation of from the Hindi. And then we've each written a little bit about the insights that it provides to us and how it's really closely related to the work that Go Dharmic does. In as much, I think the title, I was talking to Hemal yesterday about this, the title we're going to go with is Moving Mountains, which was his idea, which I thought was excellent. Because the idea is, and I know he's very inspired by this idea, that just as Hanuman devotes his whole life, existence to service to others, to the promotion of Dharma, and because of his intense faith and commitment to that cause, he's able to, as the story goes, lift the mountain and bring the medicines to Lanka, to Ram and Lakshman. So Himal's point was that this is what we should seek to emulate, not perhaps literally moving mountains, but metaphorically achieving things that might otherwise seem impossible. And I always say this, I know perhaps I shouldn't, but when I look back to the beginnings, I don't know how many years ago it was, what's being achieved here today is, in a real sense, moving mountains. So I think the title is very appropriate. Mostly this is Hemel's work, I have to say. He really puts his heart into this book. I'm more of a I don't know what you would say, a more perhaps detached and rational approach in my writing, just pointing out the significance that the Hanuman Chalisa has, apart from its devotional content towards Hanuman. I'm trying to isolate the lessons that it teaches us that are so relevant for us in our work today. So the book is coming out, I think, shortly in a online form or a Kindle form or something like that. And then it's going to be published in book form later on. I think we might do a little bit more editing on it before it goes to the publishers. But I would have to say, I know this is a project that's been so dear to Hemel's heart. And if you sometimes look at Hemel and think, why is he so committed constantly to this project? Where does he get his enthusiasm and drive from? I think in many ways it's the reverence that he has for the Hanuman Chalisa that is the motivating force in his life, I would say. I can say what I like about him when he's not here, can't I? So, but I think that's actually the real motivation that underlies all his commitment.
Thank you, Dr. Sutton. Yes, the Hanuman Chalisa reminds me to announce that we are having 108 Hanuman Chalisas being chanted on 27th of this month from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. in the evening. And anyone who's watching us live right now, you're free to donate one Chalisa for any of the social causes that you feel like, and Go Dharmic will work towards it. Currently speaking, the pandemic has hit really worse here in India, and we are getting, spike in the cases is increasing every day. In the last 24 hours, we've recorded over 16 million cases, and the number just keeps on adding. And it's really painful to see that given the situation, despite the fact that we want to help, we are in dearth of resources. Maybe by donating a Chalisa for a loved one or a family member, you will help strengthen Go Dharmic in its approach to work for people here. Thank you, Dr. Sutton. Let me come back to my team here in India and let's discuss how we've been making a difference throughout this week. Let me start with Dipendra. Hi, Dipendra.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining again on today's call. So on the operation side, there is no much update because there is a complete lockdown in Rajasthan up to 3rd of May. Team is now healthy. They have recovered. They were, COVID positive, but now they are, back on track. But they can't move until this, restrictions lifts. Also, I was just gonna share this update, but Jessica, you already shared about this Hanuman Chalisa update on 27th of April in the book launch. So we'll be sharing the details, with the all how they can see it, watch it. We'll be doing the multi stream this time. So hope everybody will enjoy. It will be 9-hour run. So we'll be completing 108 Hanuman Chalisa till 9. Continuously till 9 hours. And then there will be a book launch. Krishna Das also joining. There is so many prominent people will be joining. So yeah, this is from my side, and rest of the thing, Stani can give the more insight. Thank you.
Thanks, Dipendra. Hi, Stani. What's up?
Yeah. Hi, everyone. We've had a good week. Yesterday, we celebrated the Earth Day by going live with Mr. Joshua Bassifin, who's the Director of Climate Change at the Parliament of World's Religions. That video is on our Facebook and will shortly be on our YouTube as well. So whoever missed out on that can go there and just watch that. Apart from that, it's just been a regular week. We've been internally planning with the book launch event, the streaming platforms, and the designs and all those things. So yeah, it's good, all good.
Great. Thanks, Stani. Shivani, that's wonderful how you keep working, throughout, whether it's day or night. This guy just doesn't see the time. Fidi, hi, how are you? What's up with the social media?
Hi, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good.
Yeah,
So far,
so
so good.
yeah, this week, like Stanley mentioned, it was about Earth Day, and we were just trying to reach out to as many people as possible on, helping others. Like we wanted this conversation to, like we have discussed on how can we restore Earth, and it's a nice conversation. I would just request everybody watching this just go to our Facebook and they can watch it. So yeah, this week was more about Earth Day for us.
Great, great. Love all the work that you do on social media.
Thank you.
Sahil, let me hear from you about the environmental campaigns.
Hey Jessica, hello everyone. So yeah, the things are going in line with COP thing, like COP 26 coming up. There's still a lot of uncertainty with it's going to be online or offline, but yeah, we are already keeping that in mind and planning both. So if things go well and it happens offline, I hope for that. So we are going to have an event, basically non-violence in environment, ahimsa and non-environment. Uh, a few days or a day before COP, and that would be uh, before a cycle ride that would be followed. So people, there would be a pilgrimage from London to Glasgow, and we are on the verge of planning that too. So we are into discussions with different organizations, with teams, individuals, and we are trying to make the best out of it. So let's see how it goes. And with Dr. Prachi on the call, we again have one more patient, like Dr. Prachi had suggested. So that patient is partially blind, has lost his vision from one eye and needs surgery in other. So we're trying to raise funds that would be around 150 pounds for his operation. Dr. Prachi would be doing it. She has like waived off all her medical fees and other things. So we just need to give out for the medicine and other expenses. So we're trying to get that fund raised up. And just before the call, Dr. Prachi suggested that we do a tree plantation drive in next week too. So we'll do a small tree plantation drive with our cycling community the coming week. So yeah, that's from my end.
Great, great. Shivani,
Sahil, can I say, I'll pay for the operation. If that's right, I can give the money for the operation. I have £150. I'll give it. Don't worry.
Nick, that would be really good. Like, I'll get in touch with you right after the call. See,
I'll
I-
arrange for the
all of us are smiling now.
No,
Thank you.
that is so generous, sir. But I think you are constantly doing the donation. So we can use that fund if you allow. Because we already receiving the funds from you. On each and every week. So it's not gonna be problem. Thanks a lot, and we'll definitely cover that.
I can give. It's no problem.
I mean, don't need to you don't need to give the another donation, but your knowledge will definitely help us. We need the knowledge and the your ashirwad always.
Knowledge without action is impotent, Dipender, as you know. Words are easy, but it requires actions as well.
Yeah.
Again,
thank you
Nick.
so much,
Yeah.
Dr. Sutton. Thank you. That's very generous. So I think this call has really already made a difference. So thank you all for joining. Shivani, I'll go next to you. How is everything on the fundraising and CSR side?
Yeah, hi everyone. So I've been reaching out to people on various social media platforms for the fundraising and the CSR partnership for two of our projects. That is, one is Shape a Future, and the other is I got in touch with a guy from Standard Chartered Bank. So they already have a campaign running for the sanitation and health. Vertical. So I'm working on that proposal currently. So yeah, everything good on the CSR side. There is no particular update from the fundraising side, but yeah, from the CSR side, I'm working on the health and sanitation. So, yeah.
Thanks, Shivani. Heli, sitting here in India and managing two stores, Slough and Hampstead, how does it feel and how do you work?
Um, Hi everyone. So yeah, it is a good experience that I'm trying to get online a whole fashion store and trying to manage two stores which are there in London. Um, and till now I'm trying to get the products online and from both the stores, and that is why I wanted to request that whosoever is watching this video live on YouTube or after that can get in touch with me at heli@godharmic.com, which I have dropped in the text box and which will be later in the description, because we need help from volunteers to get some products online, especially from our slog store. So that is one thing which I would like to request to the viewers.
Thank you, Heli. Let me go to Sakshi. Sakshi is a new member on the team and mostly working on grants. Sakshi, how do you feel?
I feel extremely happy to be associated with Dharmic. Like, I literally enjoy working here. And just yesterday, when I was outreaching on social media for joining the Facebook Live event, I wasn't sure that my friends would be so interested in this thing, but they literally texted me back to join this, and they joined. And at the end, they texted me that how insightful the session was. So I'm happy to be here.
Great. Thank you, Sakshi, for all the work that you do. We have Gail today on the call. Gail, how are you making a difference on the technical side of Dharmic?
Hi, yeah, we're working on the migration of the new website, and above all, we started something new. We're starting to think about the global customer experience, because I mean, every week it seems like new things are being added to the Dharmic ecosystem. So the idea is to look at the big picture and starting to connect the dots and understand how people are actually interacting with all the elements from Dharmic, see how things are interconnected, and how users are actually going from one to another. So the idea is, once we have this big picture, we can have a strategy. And let's say you said Hamel is in the Hampstead store today. So looking at the store, trying to understand what people see in the store, and is it kind of related to what they will then see on the website or on the app, or maybe what will be discussed during this course. So the idea is to actually prioritizing what should be the next section, and making sure that there are clear connection between all of these elements. Even the Karma shop online, you know, maybe putting some advertisement about the Karma shop online on the physical shop. So that's kind of making sure that everything is planned and understood by everyone. So it's a big project, and we're really excited about it, because obviously everything that exists physically needs to be represented digitally, and we're making sure that this is done properly. And yeah, we have an amazing team, so it's a pleasure to help on that. So yeah, that's how we make a difference.
Thank you, Gail. Sunil, what about you? How have you been making a difference?
It's just helping me. It's just coping with me. And
hey guys, can you hear me?
Yes, Sunil.
Yeah.
Hi,
okay.
How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks. Basically, we automated a campaign form so that you guys can basically submit campaigns to be built faster. We've also been working on the migration plans for the website. So there's a lot of detail there. It's pretty boring, but we're basically moving things over so that it will be better for everybody. And then I think what Gail said is really important, that we're starting to look at everything that Dharmic is doing digitally, not just translating the offline experience online, but also bringing them both together. Like if we can build a store finder, maybe we could reach out to the managers of the stores and make sure that we get the correct information to list their stores. You know, perhaps if we're starting to list products online, we would like that to be part of the main website. So potentially we could add a link to that store. Maybe we could announce it on the website that we're launching a new store in this particular area or this particular area. So but basically we want to start bringing together the whole digital experience and the overall customer experience. So I was wondering as well, do we have a list of all of the different stakeholders that are responsible, let's say for a different store or for the online store? Do we have a list of full product owners and their email addresses? Anybody? I guess that's a no then.
No, I think Heli will shortly get in touch with you with that. She is taking care of the store online as well as the physical stores that are present in both the locations.
Okay.
So
but on a wider note, do we have a list of product owners on a wider note, like?
But Sunil, it's tricky. What do you mean by product owners for the store?
Well, I guess a point of contact for each area, so we can start looking into these things.
But you're talking more from a media kind of that aspect, aren't you, rather than who looks after the operational side?
Well, from a store owner, we just want to get hold of the details of the particular store. Maybe we want to add a store finder. But for somebody who's running the online store, maybe we want to integrate that with the actual website somehow. So yeah, that might be a different conversation altogether.
I think there's two aspects, isn't it? There's one is the actual physical store and the day-to-day, but there's I guess it's more around the media side of it and the how we market and campaign, which is more where you're at. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Bringing together stuff like the app and the website and the online store and the overall experience in everything. So we need to start thinking about that, because we've done a great job growing all of these things organically. Now it's sort of time to sort of make the experience.
An example that is tangible is if we actually put a campaign on the front end of the website, we need to make sure that in every shop, in every physical location, this is the poster that people can see, right? And not a campaign 3 months ago. Or maybe if someone goes on the shop and say, I did this on the website, I tried to donate, but it didn't work. Then it needs to be like, okay, yeah, you can donate here the same. Like there's a flash code, they can scan it and they'll redirect. So see, that's all kind of connected. And that's why we believe that's the time to do it, because especially because a lot of things going on.
I don't think those things are for kind of individual store product owners. To me, that sounds like more of a marketing manager role. So someone across the whole board that is, okay, right, we've got this campaign. We need to get these posters into the Hampstead branch, and coordinating that with the right people.
Surely someone has a list, a quick spreadsheet of all of the people that are at GD and their sort of titles with their email addresses, though, right? That must be
right. Yeah, that shouldn't be hard to get.
All right, cool. Well, yeah, we'll take that offline then. Thank you.
Thank you, Trupti, for chiming in and giving a very elaborate explanation on that. And Sunil, we take your point and we will continue discussing on this further, maybe on a separate call. Right. Devavrat, let me come to you next. One person who's taking care of the entire GD Kolkata. So what do you think? How are you making a difference?
Hello everyone. So this week we will feeding more than 300 orphans who live from the river side. River name is Matla. It is a part of Sundarban. So our volunteer cook and we provide them food through a container, and we will maintain the social norms and terms and conditions regarding the COVID issue. So we all norms we care. And apart from this, our GD Kolkata page reached more than 700 people and joined GD Kolkata within 6 weeks. So it is very much good news for us. And apart from this, with this last month of this April, we'll want to conduct a webinar on environment. So I hope more than 3,000 students will join the webinar. That's all from my end.
Thank you, Devrat, for all the work that you do single-handedly and managing everything amid the COVID times, amid the election thing that is going on in your state. And despite that, you continue working with enough enthusiasm and zeal. It really makes us all equally contributing to the work that you do. On call, we also have John, who prefers to remain silent and not to speak much. But if I were to put on record, all the internet connection, the VoIP, everything is supported by John. And for that, we are really grateful and thankful for all the work that you do. Thank you so much, John.
My pleasure. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. I thank every one of you for being on this call today. Thank you so much for all the efforts that you do in making differences in people's lives, which are duly recorded, noted, and everyone who is watching us live comes to know about it. Please don't forget to join us on our event on the 27th, where we have the 108 Hanuman Chalisas being chanted throughout the day. The details will be put in the YouTube description soon. Looking forward to more of your contribution and looking forward to making more differences